Foods carries it. And if you find a Trader Joe's that's close, which I know they're going to be coming soon.
Where did you say they're coming? Did you say Jacksonville? Atlanta first.
15 stores. Well, Atlanta is where they're going to put their headquarters so they can have their warehouse.
The southern headquarters.
Right, they'll stock everything. Then they're going to flood the Florida area with 15 different stores.
I understand Trader Joe's and Aldi, there's a connection with relatives, cousins or something. I don't know if it's cousins or brothers, who started Aldi's and Trader Joe's. So they're a European-based organization to begin with, and Trader Joe's has been big in California for years. Now Chicago, and you went there when you were up there. You liked it?
Too cold.
Trader Joe's was too cold?
It was too cold because I was out and I had to get to the store.
You were out? Time to play Danny Boy again.
Yes.
You were out. You were outside. You didn't wear a coat when you went up there?
Oh, yes, I wore a coat.
Wasn't enough, though.
No, it wasn't.
You've got to layer it. My secret to staying warm in
But this is what I
Chicago.
felt like when I was in minus 40-degree weather in Chicago. It was chilly.
I'm letting you just, it was like you were underground, right?
Right.
Where Danny Boy is. You know, my mother never liked this song, and I couldn't understand why. I thought it was such a beautiful melody, and it just rubbed her the wrong way. Her mother, being from Ireland, always liked Irish music, and Danny Boy, she just turned it up. And now I understand. When I finally listened to the lyrics, I thought it's a pretty sad, depressing song. But this is a lot less depressing. What is this, Chef Larry?
This is called Al Shakali.
Al Shakali, somebody that I must say I discovered in Palm Beach. Actually, he played at an event. I booked him actually for an event we were doing at the for the county, and it was a big. What was the name of that event again? I booked him. I remember that, but I don't remember the name of the event. Is that a common thing for people like me?
Yes.
Blonde or what? Legally.
Legally blonde.
It was a big event that they did every year. And anyway, Al Shakali, I listened to a lot of tapes, and I liked his, and his group did not disappoint. And then we've had him on our show a few times, and we'd like to get him back to up here
We'd like to get him
do something.
Yeah, that would be great. And we do want to talk a little bit about
Probably be
July 4th.
easy to do if we paid him. But never mind that.
July 4th, we had Williams Family Restaurant out there. We were selling food. They had
The fireworks were beautiful.
The fireworks are great. They had all different vendors out there.
But you know,
that was the most vendors and most amount of people I've seen in a long
a
time.
lot of people. Do you know what struck me though? That air show was as every bit as exciting as the fireworks. It was just spectacular.
Right.
The flybys with Ken Terry.
And there was, what, 10,000 people?
The Taco Bell. I don't know if there were 10,000. You think there were 10,000?
I think there was 10,000.
There were a lot.
A lot of people, even with all the rain that they had.
And you know, here's...
What was that Christian band they had out there?
Oh, God, Tall Tree. They're from Cocoa. Not Cocoa, Orlando. Grace Church.
Beach Up Cafe is at Central Florida Chrysler Jeep Dodge on Sand Lake and John.
Yeah, and we have to commend Tom Abadi from the Water Department,
Yes.
the Chamber, the City of Titusville, and VAC,
Nice event.
Valiant Air Command.
At the Tyco Airport.
And you know what else worked beautifully? The parking situation and the exiting. That's one of the reasons I don't like to go to events like that, is because of the end of it. The parking can be just a nightmare, and this wasn't, or the exiting out of the parking lot. It ran extremely smoothly.
Oh, you know what? That's because we had Titusville's finest, the Titusville Police Department, and they had the
little guy.
CSI out there, and the
Yeah.
SWAT out there, and all those guys were actually...
And the young
phenomenal
explorer,
job. Yep.
police explorers.
Right. Frank's son was out there.
This was a funny part of it. I hope she found her car by now, but there was a big alert. Everybody was getting together. Come on, group. We got all.
They lost the car, right?
The woman was frantic. She had to be contained or something because she couldn't find her car.
What she should have done was just sat down for a half hour.
She should put a clapper on her car.
No, sat down for a half hour.
And
everybody cleared out. One car left.
Right. That would have been the right thing to do.
Well, that was Frank Pomodoro's son. I can't remember his son's name right now, but we'll call him Frank Jr. But he was out there. He's part of the Explorers. He's like the sergeant.
Yes. You know, this story reminds me of my sister, her first day at school.
Right.
Marjorie, we took her to school, and I went to pick her up because I was her older sister, and I went to get her after the class. She was hysterical, like this woman probably was the other day. She was hysterical, crying in the cloakroom. I said, "What's wrong? What's wrong with you? I can't find my coat." I said, "You can't find your coat? It's right here." She said, "I didn't wear that one."
Yeah, there's a little music for your
So, I'll never forget that story, so I hope she's listening and it brought back fond memories for her.
A little suspenseful. Hey,
It wasn't
again, let's give our
suspense.
phone number out again. It's 321-267-3000, 321-268-3000.
Right.
You have anything you want to talk about, or if you want to plug any of your businesses on the air, or if you're doing something, give us a shout, and we will talk to you.
And listen to you.
And the nice part is...
And I'm glad Rebecca called and reminded us of that play at Merritt Island High School. And it's Miss Saigon. They should do a pretty good job of that because it's high school kids from all over the area performing in one play. Astronaut and Titusville High will be represented.
Oh, wow,
Her daughter is from the So Space Coast, I think there's a Space Coast.
Miss Saigon's going to be,
Miss Saigon, yeah. Some beautiful music in that place. So we have got some great artists that have stemmed from this area. Jim Morrison, by the way, did you know, came from Melbourne, I think.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yes. And some of the American Idols came from this area.
Who, Chef Larry?
No. Are you going to be an American Idol? Or do a chef cook-off? Have you ever desired to go on any of those shows, Chef Larry?
I did.
What?
I wanted to go on and cook, not sing.
No, I'm talking about one of those. No, The Greatest Chef or whatever. I don't even know the
names. You know
names
what I like to do? Chop.
Chop.
You know, chopping block?
Is there a show called Chop?
Yeah, there's actually a show called that. Or Top Chef's Master.
Yes.
Now, that was a good one. I was watching that last night. They had some great guys. So I would like to see that.
Remember there was one set in Chicago, right? Or was that show just set in Chicago? They go to different locales?
That show was set in Chicago. They go to New York. They go to Aspen, Colorado. They go all over.
Tell me, do you think they'll ever come to Titusville? Do we have enough top chefs? We do have some good chefs in this area. Brandon from Believers is one of them.
Right. Believers Cafe, which is...
Regardless, you were a top chef.